Hey, Jeff here, your YouTube reviewer of New England brews, and welcome back. I've been waiting for a new brew from Squam Brewing of Holderness, New Hampshire for quite some time. I haven't seen a new one from them in several months, and they have come out with this new one, Squam Brewing's Imperial Loon Stout. This is an Imperial Stout, and it was made available for the first time during the fall of 2011. The ABV on this Imperial Loon Stout is 8.5%. So ABV-wise, the stout seems to be falling into the range of an Imperial Stout. I guess we're going to find out taste-wise and texture-wise and sniff-wise as to whether it really is an Imperial Stout. So I'm going to check that out in just a little minute. This Squam Brewing Company came along for the first time about a year and a half or so ago, and they've put out 8 or 9 beers so far. They are a brewery that actually does a lot of beers to order. One of the things they like to specialize in is brewing up a batch of beer that might be something that someone could order special for, like a retirement party or a going away party or a wedding or something of that nature. So they don't make large batches of some of those beers. However, they do have a few standard beers that they do brew on a regular basis that are distributed around New Hampshire. And I'm not sure if this is one of those or not, but it is one I am looking forward to trying out. So, without further ado, I'm going to reach underneath this bar of mine and I'm going to pop the cap, so you won't be able to see me do that. Let's give it a pour into the small South Shore Brew Club beer glass. This is they're a homebrew company, I'm sorry, a homebrew organization located in Massachusetts. It's a small little 5 or 6 ounce glass, but it's kind of neat, and it's the type of glass you might want to use for an Imperial Stout. So let's put this up here. There we go. Well, there's definitely a lot of aroma coming up in here. I mean, I can smell it quite a ways away. I mean, I noticed it, this is about 2 feet from my nose. And I noticed the aroma really loud and clear in this glass. Now, the aroma is, well, it's fairly bold. I mean, it smells like an Imperial Stout. Imperial Stouts have a dark, malty feel to them. Sometimes a coffee or chocolatey thing. I'm not getting much in the chocolate range, but I'm definitely getting kind of a cherry, a black cherry sensation going on, which is sometimes common with an Imperial Stout or with a Stout in general. And I'm getting a nice malty sensation, malty character going on as well. The hops are clean and crisp. They're not overpowering, but they're noticeable to some degree. So let's give it a taste. Now, as far as Imperial Stouts go, I gotta say I'm a little disappointed with the body. The body in this is a creaminess going on, a creamy body. I'm not getting, it doesn't really break apart. You know, when I drink it, it doesn't break out into carbonation bubbles in any way. But I'd say it's more medium. I wouldn't say it goes down to thin because it's not that watery. But as far as Imperial Stouts go, it just doesn't seem to have a bold, heavy quality of a lot of Imperial Stouts I've had before. Now, taste-wise, there's definitely a nice, a nice sweet maltiness up front. And coffee grinds. There's 2 different types of coffee aromas that I like to look at. One is the beans, when you first grind them up and put them into your coffee maker before you brew that batch of coffee. And the other to me is what it tastes like after it's all done, or what it smells like after it's all done. There's kind of a coffee grind that's more pungent, that's more bitter, that's more, it's got more of a punch on the nose. And that's what I'm getting here more than coffee beans. I'm getting more coffee grinds. Now, taste-wise, again, there is a slight dark fruit character going on, which seems to fit in with the Imperial Stout style. But it's just not a real, it's there, but it's not a real strong one. The coffee grinds come up first. There's a roasted maltiness going in there as well. A slight sweet black cherry fruitiness in there. And then there's this hop bite at the end. Now, it doesn't seem as smooth as most Imperial Stouts that I've had. I mean, it's really not a bad beer, and it's the kind of beer you might want to drink when you're looking for a nice heavy beer in the winter months ahead to warm the soul. It really does warm the soul, and I think it'll be a nice beer to drink on a snowy day while watching a football game or something like that. But as far as Imperial Stouts go, I would put it sort of a little below some of those I've had before. Of course, Kate the Great is one that you just can't, you know, it's one of those stouts that you emulate. And I think actually their Halcyon Steamer Stout is a little better than Squam's Imperial Stout here, personally. Their Halcyon Steamer Stout is one I really kind of liked. This one I like. I really do like it, and I am going to buy it again. It's the kind of beer I'd probably buy again if I have a couple of extra bucks in my pocket, because it goes for about $9 for the bottle, at least where I bought it. You know, I mean, it's not a bad beer, and, you know, there are some Imperial Stouts that are better than this one, but, you know, I'm not going to criticize them because the brewery itself has really come along in the last year and a half. I think they have a good, strong future ahead of them, and most of the beers I've had from this brewery have been very good beers, and this one is actually a good beer. I just wouldn't call it a great beer. Down she goes, and that's it. That's the Squam Brewing Imperial Loon Stout. Thanks for stopping by. I'll catch you again next time.